Thank you for joining me for yet another unboxing video, and this one is kind of a rare game to find these days. It's a game called When Darkness Comes: The Awakening, a modern day horror setting for the variable tile system, which is a Twilight Creations game. And I've had this game for a long time, and basically I started checking it out again with my kids, and we've been having a blast playing it. We've done the first 3 missions in it, and they've been getting progressively harder, but truly enjoyable. Again, this game is very hard to find at this point in time. When Darkness Comes: The Awakening. Let's see what it's all about. When darkness comes, be glad you're just passing through. The Awakening is a modern-day horror setting featuring all forms of undead nastiness. The game contains complete rules for both regular and Game Master run play. 6 complete scenarios, a GM-run campaign, 15 map tiles, 6 character cards, counter dice, and figures. Features 6 specially designed pewter character figures. Scenarios are written by some of today's top writers, including Matt Forbick, Hal Mangold, and Patrick Capra. Future expansions will contain additional scenarios by well-known writers, rules additions, and alternative counters, additional minis, and an ever-changing arsenal of evil. This game originally came out in 2002, of course, by Twilight Creations. And there's some of the figures and some of the artwork. Love this game. It's really I really enjoy this game a lot. So let's crack this bad boy open and see what's on the inside of it. So again, you've got 2 booklets. You've got your rules, and then you have your scenario book. It's a miniature game, but you have to kind of think of it as an RPG at the same time. The rules, game components, your tiles, pre-generated characters, if you want to create a character, your attributes, your speed, attack, dexterity, intelligence, persuasion, medical, defense, and health. What each of the discs mean in the encounters, the items, the allies, security, adversaries. Numbered discs, failure discs, no door discs, damage disc, dice scenario, game setup, gameplay, tile placement, target numbers, target number levels, how to get victory points, skill checks, opposed skill checks, carry weight limit, turn sequence, communication, movement, taking actions, communication, other players, movement, taking 1 action, entering a building, perception, heal another player, drop an item, pick up an item, attempt to obtain an ally or an item for another player, open door, land on a disc. Disc description, item discs, ally discs, adversary discs, security discs, player assistance, combat, victory points, winning conditions, character advancement, tables, occupation table, fate table, the oh crap list, the woohoo. So if you roll a 1, you get on the, you have to roll for the oh crap. And you take 2 dice and you get the result. And if you roll 6, again, you get that, you get the woohoo chart, and you roll 2 dice again, and you get between 2 and 12, and you get that. Game Master rules. Note to the Game Master: tiles, characters, discs, gameplay, victory points. GM turns, turn sequence, skill checks, buildings, item equipment, line of sight, movement, adversaries, combat, player advancement, character death. Environmental conditions: daytime, lights on, nighttime, lights out, heavy rain, light rain. And your different tables that you have. Items that you can find, and building specific items. Target number table. That's your rule book. Now you also have your scenario book. Thick, lots of pages. So your rule book, I forgot to mention, your rule book, about 15 pages long. Scenario book, as you can tell, lots of scenarios in here. So it's the 6 main scenarios. Add the frying pan. Read the story, and then it tells you about what the rules are, your objectives are, your game components, your game setup, gameplay, and winning conditions. Second one, the last of the Tizzy Movars. About vampires. I Want My Mummy. The scenario, Skulls and Bones. Brain Freeze. The story again, the story that goes with it. And then again, objective, game setup, and all that stuff. Enemy of My Enemy. Now, some of you might be saying, Twilight Creations, are they the people who do the Zombies board game? Yes, it's the exact same company. That's why some of the artwork looks familiar or looks similar to the Zombies board game. Absolutely. The rules again. Then, Lesser of Two Evils. And that's the scenario base for GM. That's it. If you want to do it with the GM, and has a whole backstory with the Nightfall of the GM walkthrough. The game itself, Subject Zero, and Charnel Dreams, and that finishes it up. That's your scenario book. Now you got token sheets. So everything you need to know on the disc tells you. Their strength is, victory points they're worth. You have to roll 3 of a kind. Defense is 3. There's your failure discs. So if you attempt to, like an example, you try to, well, let me just show you real quick before I go off that. So let's just say you're trying to get into this tile, and you got to get into the museum. Now the parking lot you can easily walk into, but you'll see you have locked doors here, 2 locked doors here, 1 locked door here. Okay, and to get in there, you have to roll a certain amount of dice to try to get into that as one of your objectives. If you do not do it, you get a failure, and you get one of these. So if you're fighting a creature and a creature hurts you, you get a damage disc. That's what that one's for. And no door means if you kick the door down, you put this in there, you break the door, there's no door remaining. So you can go in and out with ease. That's from your tokens. Some more token sheets. Your knives, your flashlights, your first aid kits, some pistols, some shotguns, some money, a wrench. These are your allies. These are usually like a second scenario is when you're going in and you're finding people who have been abducted by vampires. These are the people who have been abducted. You gotta save. Another kick in the door, you get that one. The numbers are based on specific scenarios. Like in scenario 2, they use these. All right. No doors. Again, more damage tokens. And the backs are the only thing it says is when darkness comes. Back, no additional pictures. So here you go. The last set of tokens. You got some, looks like some hunters. Some dogs. And then you got your adversaries. So they could be zombies, they could be skeletons, they can be vampires. could be other creepers, you know. These tokens are used for no matter what, whether it's a mummy, whether it's a alien, whether it's a zombie. These are the tokens that are used for them. These are your villains. So that's that, your tokens. Up there. Big dice. These are like the dice that you get in a casino. That's how they're huge dice. And you get 9 white and 1 red. The red dice is thrown every hand, and that is for your oh crap or your woohoo dice. That's what that's for. So that's your fate dice, or fate die, I should say. Okay. You have 6 pre-generated characters. You have Robert, Kirk. Again, if you look at each of them, it tells you how fast they can move, what their attack is, what their specialty is, their dexterity. They're good at climbing, intelligence. Persuading. Persuading is with you how we want to try to get a security guard to not attack you. You roll that many dice and you have to roll successes for it. A medical. You're helping someone else out. Defense, health. You only have basically 4 hit points before you get killed. And then every character has a cell phone on. You could speak to someone who's within 3 spaces from your character. So you got Robert, you got Kirk, you got Sharon, Valerie, and Brian. Sorry. And Steve. Your figures. One of them. Flash on them, you can take that off with an X-Acto knife. The character. The character. Another one. Getting the flashing on the bottom, you just take that off with an X-Acto knife. Comes right off. Okay. I don't know if you noticed there's 1 extra card in here as a duplicate. So I'll see there's 2 of the Valeries. Just take it, throw it aside. That's your 6 characters right there. Valerie, Robert, Kirk, Sharon, Brian, and Steve. I have 2 copies of the game, so I accidentally put the extra copy in here. So I apologize for that. You also, if you want to create your own characters, you can do it right here. You got a whole pad full of that. In the back of this pad, you also have gives you everything you need about your character skills, your strength, your intelligence, dexterity, persuasion, what it means to do, and medical. Okay. And your character cards up here. And last but not least, you've got your game tiles. You got a whole stack of them. And the backs are just as when darkness comes, but the fronts are the main important things. So let's start at the top. We've got the museum. The exclamation points are for game or scenario specific information. The question marks are where the tokens go on the board. Okay, and the doors are where you come in. It tells you how many dice you have to roll to try to unlock the doors and stuff like that. So you got the museum. You got the food mart. Got the house. Got the gun shop. Got the school. Got the school. Got the warehouse. Got the clinic. City Hall and jail. This is where your first scenario begins, because all your characters are escaped convicts. Your bank. The local bar. The game store. The cafe. The library. Last but not least, the church and graveyard. So there you have it. Yet another unboxing, and this time it's for When Darkness Comes, The Awakening. Thank you for joining us for this unboxing. It's truly appreciated. If you enjoyed the content, please give us a thumbs up or give us a like. Put some comments down if you have any questions. Make sure you sign up for some, get the additional content that comes out when it comes out on time. Again, thank you for joining us for this video. Be safe, be well, and enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll catch you on the next video.